Lovely. So I'm barefoot today. We don't really need shoes. There's no jumping around or anything. Couple of standing exercises. Just going to get the body a little bit warm. And also quite a lot of planks, I'm afraid. So I'm going to get the wrists and shoulders warm. Let's roll the shoulders back. Let's take a breath in, breathing up. And out. Roll the shoulders back. And then breathe in, take the arms up. And out. Lovely. Let's add a little bend on the shoulders. Roll the shoulders forwards. Lovely. Let's take it to a little tap and reach across. And I just want to twist the waist. So it's really about twisting. I've got a lot of rotations today, working the waist. Take the arm up and over. Lovely. 4. Take it across again. Then I'm going to take the feet still, just have the hands here and twist. So it's more, trying to keep the hips forward a little bit, so we're just getting more of a twist in that waist. 2 more. Lovely. Let's warm up the neck just a little bit to the side and change. Whilst we're doing this, let's circle the wrist if you can. Do head and wrist here. Hold it over to the right whilst we're circling. Change direction with your hands. Take your head the other side. Lovely. Release the neck. Take your hands up and down. Then let's take the hands out to the side, flip the arms up and rotate. Really think of the movement back behind you, so you're scooping those circles, warming up the shoulders, pulling up tall, soft knees, squeeze the tummy. Let's take the hands down and forward. It just cuts my arm off in this position, but I will turn my camera around when I go to the floor. Lovely, let's cross the arms over and open. Lovely. We're going to warm up the wrists a little bit more, hold the hands, stretch them, and reverse. Stretch and reverse. Take the arms all the way up, shrug the shoulders up. And relax, then reverse, hands to knees, separate the shoulders, chin down, feeling the upper back stretch. Lovely, let's just take one hand on the shoulder, just stretch it, just giving it a nice stretch. Even though it's core work, quite a lot on the hands and shoulders, so it does work the whole body, so we do want to give them a little stretch and a little warm up. Lovely. So we're going to start standing up. I'm going to move on that actually because I haven't got shoes on. It's a bit squidgy. We're going to be lifting the knees. Okay, let's take it to a march. So basically we're going to be lifting a knee and twisting towards it because we're working at these sort of muscles here. Okay, lifting the knees up. So we're already using the abdominals, lifting these knees, very gentle. Let's take the hands to the outside of the knee, so we're getting a bit of a twist in the body. Again, I'm going quite quick, you can slow it down if you want. So twist the body and think of what you're working, feel it in your tummy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to take it up a level. I'm going to take the hands here, but then you keep them low if you want. It's the same thing, you're twisting towards that leg. Probably a little bit slower. Takes a bit more balance. But don't just think of your elbows twisting. Again, think of your body twisting. Think of your elbow coming towards that knee. So it's a little crunch whilst you're standing. Squeeze the tummy, pull it in. Nice steady breathing. 8 more. And release, lovely. Just give your legs a little shake. So similar exercise, again, this is really working these oblique muscles, even though it is a leg lift, but it is going to feel it in your legs a bit. So the idea is, we've got one arm that reaches over the top, you can have your hand on your hip, and you pull your elbow to your knee. You really want that knee turned out, not in, and it's this bit you're working. So it's the reach, and then the crunch. Reach, crunch, reach, crunch. So it's your waist, you're going to feel it in, but you are going to start feeling your leg as well. But imagine like when we're on the floor and you're sort of doing a oblique crunch, that's the feeling you want, that your ribs are going towards your hips. So if you had your hand there, you're squashing your hand. Use your breath. That's how I was going to move on that. It slides around. Oh, I can feel this already. And I've done a lot of leg work this week, so my legs are already feeling. Let's do 2 more. Lovely, we're going to switch sides. I want to move my mat because it's no me, I'll definitely fall over. A bit more grounded now. So we've got this arm over the top and we're crunching, crunch, release. I can all sort of clicking going on in my hips, just done a massive hip workout. So right, reach. Really feel this crunch, crunch, that's what you want to try and do. Rather than just thinking it of a leg up, you're really crunching the body down. Lovely, 8 more. So, gets the heart rate up as well, a little bit of a workout, rather than just doing sit-ups on the floor. 4 more. 3, 2, 1, lovely. March it out, let's bring the heart rate down slowly. Good stuff. So I'm going to take it down onto the floor. And we're going to do some other bits. Feet still, let's breathe in. And out. And in. Do a mini stretch, because we've just worked these sides, feet apart. Let's just have a hand on the hip, let's just reach over. Oh, lovely release. Wonderful, right. Take it down to the floor. Obviously have a mat if you're on a wooden floor, something comfortable. I'll adjust my camera position. Wonderful. So drinking water if you need to, because it's a little bit of heart rate going up today. It's only half an hour. Okay, so we're going to do some plank hip dips. So we've got options with this. I'm going to give options on quite a few exercises. But this one we're going to do on the elbows. So your elbows are under your shoulders. You can either be on a knee plank, but still tuck your hips under. And you're just going to, if you are on a knee plank, I'll probably suggest lifting your feet, because otherwise you roll on your kneecaps a bit too much. I find that. And you're dipping your hip one side, then the other. Or if you want to come up into a full plank, really push through the heels, nice, level, and you twist one side to the other, okay? So you can try whichever one you want. We're going to try and do 16 of those, and then have a break. So finding your position. So really make sure you're looking straight down, don't lift the chin. Ready, 4, 3, squeeze that tummy, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Squeeze that tummy, keep your hips low. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Keep those elbows strong, arms strong. Last 1. Well done. From this position, you can just lift up and it just stretches the tummy, shoulders back, lift the chest. Lovely. So I want to do some side planks. We've got lots of options with this one. Really just depends on your shoulder strength a lot of it as well. So we can, even if you've just got your elbow underneath you, you can see that's relaxed, that's pulled up. So you pull up here. That's where we want to be. And we're going to have the arm up, we're going to rotate. So let's do a few at this level and then I'll just add on, which you can see a little bit better. So up, really lift, rotate. So again, this is all about working the waist and these oblique muscles, harder to hit than the upper and lower abs. One more. So if we can take it up a level, we can lift the hips up. So again, you can stay with your hips down if you want. Otherwise, you're lifting up. Same thing. It's imagine you've got a candle here and you're lifting up. So you squeeze underneath. Lift up. Let's go for 8. 1. Again, hips down if you want. And 2. Not going to do a full plank today. We'll build up to that. This is our first kind of time back after Christmas. 4 more. Rotate. Really feel your body rotate. Your hips squeezing the tummy. 2 more. Last 1. And release. Where you are, let's sit up. The elbow you're leaning on, just chuck it over the head and give it a stretch. It's quite a lot on the elbows as well, so it's a full body thing. You can use your leg to hang on to. So we're doing quite a lot on these sides at the moment. We're going to switch sides. So starting off, elbow right under that shoulder. I tend to have my elbow and my hips aligned. Whatever feels comfortable. Let's lift here. So really lift it up, open up, and we thread through. Rotate. So the main thing with this is not sinking down. So you're working the shoulder, and you're working your obliques, working the waist. Try and move with breath. You sort of feel that this bit is twisting and twisting. If you get a bit dizzy, you can always just look sort of down if you want. You don't have to move the head and neck. It's nice to get some movement. Last 2. Lovely. We're going to take it up a level, or you can stay there. So this time we lift the hips and try not to just be leaning into the shoulder. If you start leaning over, you really feel it. Try and feel it here. So it's more about pushing the hips up. Really bending at the waist. Here we go. And thread through. Twist. Twist under as much as you can, like you're trying to roll yourself over, and then you'll start to feel it more in your abdominals. We've got 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well done. Release. Again, let's push off of this hand that we're leaning on. Stretch out that arm. Oh, lovely. Good stuff. So a couple of things now in a plank position, but on our hands. So mountain climbers, we usually do these fast as a sort of, but we're going to do them slow today. And I'm going to do different options or different knees. So in a plank, your hands are right under your shoulders, shoulders back. Try and feel your hands pulling apart slightly, it engages your shoulder girdle. You can do this on the knees if you want. So you have to take your knees back a little bit and drop into a half plank. And then you can bring your knees in and back. Can't really do it on the elbows, haven't got the room, but you can do a full plank, and again with a full plank, really important, you don't want your bum up here like a down dog, otherwise it's just your shoulders that are doing the work, and if you drop down too low, it's a lot on your back, so you've got to be plank. That's the name of, yeah, so if you can see yourself, it does help. So knee to the back of the elbow, slowly, knee, and back, and knee. And we want to try and avoid just sort of dropping down. So you stay still, you just bring your knees in. 3. Push through those hands, pull them apart. Nice strong shoulders, look straight down. 4 more. These are slow. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. Let's sit back. Give these wrists a little stretch. We're going to do one more set though. It's only 8. They're a lot. Normally we do like 40, but fast. And first time back after Christmas. Taking it easy, same, but this time I want to take the knee to the outside of the elbow rather than underneath. So again, it means you're working the outside a bit more. So again, you can be on the knees if you want, or half plank. If you can, full plank. Here we go. 8 here, to the outside, hand back, to the outside. Doesn't matter if they touch your arm, you're just taking it to the outside. And breathe, squeeze that tummy. We've got 4 more. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Lovely, release. Sit back, well done. That's our planks done for today, you'll be pleased to know. Let's stretch these wrists in a circle. Going to do a few more exercises on our back now. Okay. So lying down on the back. Whew. So we'll try and leave the neck and shoulders out of this one. We just want to work the lower abdominals at the moment. We've done a lot of these obliques. So we're just going to lift the knees and lower. So it's like you're pressing your back into the floor, creating a ball shape, trying to bring your knees in, as if you're going to roll over, but you're not rolling over. Just pull the belly in. This is a reverse curl, so you can make it a little bit bigger, and you don't have to tap the feet down if you're feeling it in your back. But it's really pull those knees in. You can use your hands if that helps. And let's try and lift up a bit. So we lift up and down. Pull in, lift up. Lovely. Again, that's an optional, so you can keep it small or you can try and lengthen it. This is really using your lower abdominals. But try not to push out, you've got to pull in, squeeze your pelvic floor. Let's do 4 more. Last 2. Lovely, last 1. Well done. Let's have a full body stretch, lengthen those abdominals, stretch them out. Lovely, okay. So I'm going to start with my right leg straight, my left leg bent, kicking the right leg up and down. So I'm going to start to add upper body to this, but if you have neck issues or it's too much, you can always just lie down. It just means that you're really only working the lower. When you start to lift the upper body, you're working the upper abs. So we want to try and work the whole lot, but you've got to do what's right for you. You can support the head if you want, but have your fingers and that bony bit by the back of your ears so you're not pulling on your head. So get those there if you want them. If you're going to lift the head and lift up, crunch. And it's just your chest lifting and lowering. So don't think of your head moving up and down. Just lift up and down, like you're just lifting straight up to the ceiling, straight back down. Squeeze the tummy in. What I want to start doing is an add-on. This left leg that's on the floor, that's bent, and you straighten it. This is kind of going to depend on how your back feels as well. What I'd like to do now is lift it off the floor. So both legs are in the air. You just lift one up and lower it. Just 4 more here. 4, again, if you need to have that foot on the floor, if your back is feeling it, or you can't control the move, keep it on the floor. Last one. Release, lovely. Little roll around, and we're going to switch sides. So this time, right foot on the floor, knee bent, left leg lengthened, and we're kicking up and down. So this is working our quads, getting a bit of flexibility in the leg. You're gently working these lower abs, but we want to really add on by lifting. So let's get these fingertips ready, keep the elbows back, and as that leg comes up, small lift. Squeeze your pelvic floor, pull your tummy back towards your spine, your belly button, suck it in. So you're really engaging everything. It isn't about the height. Small lift. It's all about the technique. Lovely. 4 more, like this, then we add on. 3, 2, then we come in straighten this other leg and continue. Then this leg that's on the floor, can we lift it? So it's always lifted. You've really got to make sure your lower back's on the floor for this one. We're not doing too many. If you can't control it, just put that leg down. 4 more. Last one. Release, knees in, well done. Roll around. Let's try the waist. So we've done a lot of obliques. The waist is right on the side. So we're just going to lift our head and shoulders slightly, and we're going to reach down to the ankles. So we reach down and down. You can support your head if you really need to, but try and relax your neck. So you've got to tuck the chin in a little bit. Try and look forward rather than up here, so your neck's not stressed. But this isn't too much of a head lift. You've just got to get the shoulder blades up, reach. Again, don't worry, if you want to support your head, just with the fingertips, do that. Pull the tummy into the spine, squeeze the pelvic floor. 8 more. And 7. And 6. And 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Bring those knees in. Ooh. Yes, that's how I feel. Ooh. Roll them around. 1 second, let me do a time check. Ooh. Good, we've got enough time for one more exercise. So, on the back again. Time again, I want to lift. In fact, let's do it this way. I want to be on the elbows. And if this is just uncomfortable, lie back down, but I like to do it this way. So, let's have the knees into the chest. Hands down, very gently roll side to side. So it's challenging again, the whole core. If it's uncomfortable in your neck or your shoulders, you can just do this lying down. If you sit up, it just means you're forcing your back a little bit more down. Again, make sure there's no arch. Pull in. Can you add one leg as you go over? One leg. It's a bit of coordination. Add one leg. So just kicking as you go over, it adds a bit more weight. Try not to collapse in the shoulders, pull up tall. Then what I'd like to do is try and do both legs. So you're kind of doing a nice big wave with the legs. Again, if that's too much, just keep them low because it's quite a pull on your tummy. Then let's do a circle, not too low, but just if you can, circle those legs. Squeeze that tummy. Again, if you need to lie down, you can. Let's reverse the circle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Let's lie down. Hold one knee into the chest, lengthen one away. So we're really stretching out these hip flexors. Oh, we'll have a little stretch out. Well done. A few minutes left. Did quite a lot of the legs today, so you've got to sort of stretch a lot out. So from here, with this knee into your chest, your opposite hand can grab it, pull it over, and your other shoulder tries to stay down. So you're getting a stretch in your back, stretch in your hips. Don't worry if your knee doesn't hit the floor, just pull it over as much as you can and try to keep your shoulders down. You can look the other way. Just a nice stretch in the spine, in the hip and in the waist. Come back to centre, lovely. Let's switch sides. So other knee into the chest first, lengthen that leg away, pulling the leg in. And then hand down, opposite knee, pull that leg over and then to move over a bit. You can look over that shoulder. Lovely. Gently come back to centre. Let's roll ourselves over onto our tummies. Have a little stretch of those tummies. So hands here. And it's like you're trying to pull yourself forward so you can lift your chest slightly and feel your tummy stretch. You can push up a little bit if you want, but just be mindful of your back. Bring your hands out a bit closer together. Let's push back into child pose around that lower back. Slowly coming up to sitting. My hair has gone mad. Hang on. Looks like to pull out of its ponytail. Oh, sorry, then sitting comfortably. We're going to stretch our waist. So hand down, reach up, keep bottom on the floor, stretch over, and stretching the shoulders. And this hand, keep it here. Let's just put it between the shoulder blades. Stretch it back. We didn't really do tricep work. It's always good to stretch all the shoulders out, especially doing all those planks. Have a quick stretch on those legs as well. Release this same hand, take it over the shoulder. Release, change sides, stretch the arm, reach, stretch the waist. Ooh, lovely. Ooh. And release this hand on the back, gently pull back. Oh, I've really felt that today. Noticed I haven't done any core work for about 4 weeks. Ooh. And then arm in front. Getting into it slowly. Lovely. Let's just come onto all fours. Quick cat stretch. We didn't really jump about, but we did lift the knees. Just a little stretch. And release. And stretch. Very quickly want to stretch our hip flexors. So take one leg, step it forward, lunge into it, making sure your knees over your ankle. You can go as far as you want to. Whatever you're comfortable with, stay up here, take it down, whatever works for you. And then come back up, just flex that foot, push back. Sorry, we've got a couple of minutes over. Just literally stretching this other leg and we're done. This is stretching the hamstring. Change sides, other leg, lunge into it, stretching your hip flexors. All those kicks we did whilst we were doing our abs and the knees at the beginning, we've been shortening and lengthening this muscle, so we've got to stretch it out. Lovely. Couple more breaths. And then gently come back up, and we're flexing and pushing back. It's a hamstring stretch, basically. Just here, let's hands back in both shoulders and chest a quick stretch. Breathing in and out, and in and out. One more deep breath in. Give yourselves a hug today and a little pat on the back. Well done, thank you.